Hello and welcome to the DJ Force 10 in Conversation podcast, episode 188. My very special guest is the legendary Biff Byford from the band Saxon. They're talking about their new forthcoming album, Inspirations, which is a whole bunch of covers picked by the band, played by the band, and it absolutely sounds awesome. So I implore you to check that out. They've got Paint It Black out right now, available to stream, so please go listen to that. It's great. Apart from that, not much else to add since the last one, to be honest. Thank you all for listening and feedback and all that kind of good stuff. Keep subscribing, keep reviewing, keep rating, keep doing all the things you're doing. I absolutely appreciate it. But this is going to be a short one today, just purely because I've got nothing else to waffle on about. So, yeah, this is Biff Byford of Saxon. Enjoy. So I would like to welcome today, I have the frontman from Saxon, Biff Byford. Welcome, sir.
Hi, it's nice to be there. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. A little bit cold. I'm in my garage at the moment, so...
Yeah, well, it's freezing everywhere, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. I just want to say, again, before we start... Well, we've already started, but I just want to thank you for your time on this. This is actually the third time lucky for me to actually get you. I tried to get you back in 2018 when you guys started doing reissues. That particular time it was Crusader, Denim and Leather, and Power and Glory. And I got Graham on the show, your former guitarist, so that was good to have a nice chat with him about those albums and things. And then I think it was last year you released School of Hard Knocks. And that was the solo album. Yeah, and I tried to get you on for that. I ended up getting Don Jameson, which is a nice, consolation, if you will, because he was going to be your touring partner, doing a bit of a Q&A and everything like that. And I was actually looking forward to that show.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and getting you on here, absolute pleasure. I'm a big fan of Saxon. Have been since I was a kid, and I've got a lot of your stuff on vinyl and stuff like that going back. I've also got a lot of the reissues as well. So yeah, no, like I said, absolute pleasure to have you on, and yeah, thank you.
Great.
Cool. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the new album Saxon coming out. You're releasing a covers album called Inspirations. You got some absolutely fantastic covers on that. You've already released a couple. Was it Speed King and Paint It Black by Deep Purple and Rolling Stones, respectively? So what led you guys to create or do a covers album?
What made was fun, really. It's a bit of a dark time at the moment. We just thought we'd maybe cheer our fans up, release something. We haven't released, anything since Thunderbolt. So yeah, just a bit of fun, and I wanted it to be like a special, more special covers album. So I called it Inspirations. Mm-hmm. So every song on there basically inspired us or influenced us in some way.
That's really cool. I mean, it's got some absolutely I've been fortunate enough to get a stream of the album, and I'm loving a lot of the covers that are on there. The Bomber Motorhead cover, Beatles Paperback Writer, stuff like that, and I don't know what's been released to the public in as much as track listings and stuff, but there are some it's really good. It's a really fun album.
Yeah, well, that's what it's supposed to be, and. Every song basically has a story to it. We all chose songs. Obviously, quite a lot of stuff didn't make the album, but, it's just good fun, really. And in these days of, not doing anything, can't see any live gigs, so you may as well try and listen to a good album.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah, and I for one appreciate that.
For you.
So, no, I appreciate that because it is that sort of time where music has been it has got me through a lot of this current situation we're in, and not that I'm trying to avoid the word COVID, so I'm going to say it, and pandemic, just to get it out there. But I was just like, when did you guys get together to do this?
We got together in a big old house that a friend of mine, his family had it, and it was empty for a couple of weeks while builders were moving in to do some restoration work. So they said we could have it for, actually we had it for 12 days, actually.
Oh, wow.
So we recorded it in November, and it took us about 2 weeks to do it. And then, that's it really. We did a single, shot a video, and so we only finished it in November, so it's only January now, so it's not that long ago since we did it. No,
and in only that short amount of time as well, the production value on it is really good. It really kind of gives a...
I wanted to keep it... I wanted to make it, so you can hear we're having a lot of fun playing it and recording it, so I wanted to keep it as sort of simply live sounding as possible, but with a sort of, fantastic feel to everything. So, some of the singing was a bit of a challenge, but, it was good fun, really good fun. You can tell, I think, from listening to the album, we're having good fun,
Yeah, no, it's a definite vibe I get from it. And it just being a musician, you can hear when people are enjoying playing what they're playing. It's just a great album. Like I say, every song means something to a member of the band, and we don't do a lot of cover versions. We're not really a band that do tons of cover versions. Some bands do cover versions every gig. They do a different song every night. I know Metallica do when they're touring. They rehearse a song and then do it. Sometimes get the original guys up on stage to play it with them. So, but we've never done that before. So it's a bit of a new thing for us, this to be doing that. I've never sung some of these songs before. Okay.
I never sung Immigrant Song.
Yeah.
Before I recorded it, really. Obviously I know the song, but I didn't even know if I was able to sing a song like that.
Yeah, that song is a challenge in its own right. So, what tracks on there are particularly close to you? Because, like you said, each member has a sort of story to go with it. What tracks
Beatles,
are yours?
Obviously, I saw the Beatles on Yorkshire TV back in I think it was their first TV performance I saw. Must have been early 60s. So that was quite inspiring, I saw Rolling Stones in the 60s, so yeah. You have to remember that when a lot of these songs were first made, these guys were all young. A lot of them were teenagers, so, as far as singing goes, I have to, perform something as a 70-year-old with enough passion to be able to sell it. Because, like I said, all these guys were young when they sang these songs and played guitar on them, so it's a bit of a challenge, trying to make them sound as fresh as possible.
Yeah.
But, Nigel picked Sabbath, Doug picked Paint It Black and Toto, Paul chose Stone Free, Nibs chose, Thin Lizzy the Rocker. But like I said, there's a lot of bands we thought of that didn't make it onto the album, so maybe we'll do another one. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll be up for that. If you ever do that, that would be awesome. I was going to ask you ever I know obviously these are tracks that influence you, but did you ever think of sort of doing anything outside the box, if you will? So something a bit more if you were going to do covers, anything a bit more sort of I don't know, new or modern or anything new classics or anything like that?
No, not really, because I suppose, now we're talking about influences and inspirations here. Yeah. We're not talking about something that was around last year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? we're not, in some ways, we're not saying, this, we're doing this song because we think a lot of people will like it. We're doing this song because it inspired us.
Yeah.
And influences. So, I think most of the songs that inspired us and influenced us are probably from the 70s, 60s. Although having said that, a couple of the Metallica albums definitely influenced the guitarists, and maybe the first Van Halen album did.
Yeah.
So, we can, there are some things in the 80s, obviously Van Halen was in the 70s, but, there are some things in the 80s that may have influenced us, along the way. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, it was, I'd love to hear your take on some, like, new songs, which would be, I would think would be great. But, obviously, you get time to do it, then great. If not, then don't.
Yeah, well, everybody's going to have their choices, but, it's not everybody's album. It's a Saxon Inspirations album, so you have to keep it to that, I wanted to keep it to that. Yeah. I mean, they're not... some of these songs are not my favourite songs by those bands, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're just songs that we decided to play. I didn't, like Sabbath, a lot of people have done Paranoid and things like that. So I wanted to do a song that was a little bit more, not quite so well known, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
no, definitely.
All the Sabbath song is somebody else's song. We're really inspired by the band, not particularly the song, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. No, I really like your rendition of Hold the Line, which was the Toto cover. I thought that was great.
Well, it's rockier, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit more in your face rather than quite... I mean, the original's a little bit R&B in places, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but, definitely.
Yeah, but, I didn't do that. I kept away from that side of it. So, vocally... it's a lot straighter, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no, definitely. So, but that's good.
Cool.
I think that's pretty good.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I love that. And like I said, I love the Beatles cover you did as well. So, there's.
Yeah, I don't think there's really, every song on there is a hit song for me.
Yeah.
So it shows the style that Saxon have when we play these songs. They're a little bit different. But not too different that you don't recognise them, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
definitely. So what are your sort of like plans going for? Obviously, you're going to release this in March. March 19th it's coming out. And what I know it's difficult with the way we're all in lockdown here in England, but have you guys got any sort of plans at all around the release?
Yeah, we have plans. Yeah, we're releasing mine and my son's album first, before the Saxon album. But I think we're probably looking at the next Saxon album being sort of maybe February 22. Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I think... and we're going to be touring probably on that album in 2022 as well. So that's the plan as well. So, but it's very difficult to make plans at the moment.
Yes, yeah, no, definitely. And you just...
So what you're looking at, plans, you're looking at the Inspirations album coming out March 19th.
Yeah.
You're looking at mine and Seb's bands, Biff and Seb, or Seb and Biff's album coming out in probably June.
Cool.
And then you've got the Saxon album probably coming out in February.
Cool.
But I think probably the pre-orders will start, a lot earlier than that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I was going to mention you and your son's stuff. I saw your live streams over. I think it was the first lockdown that you were sort of doing stuff online, and it was really good. I mean, how do you? Obviously, you're a musician, you sort of keep it well sort of maintained, but how do you maintain your voice, especially after all this time of being in a rock and metal band? It can't, it puts a strain on your body and your vocal cords. How do you sort of keep it, how do you keep it well?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know, it just works.
It just works.
I don't really, keep it anything really. I just, no, it just seems to work.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't do any exercise or anything. I just sing.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, just do what I'm good at, really.
Yeah.
And some days you sing better than other days. That's how it works.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually quite a bit easier singing in the studio though than singing live, because one, you're not running up and down, chasing around up and down stairs and drum risers.
Yeah.
So you can focus more on the sound, that you're making. So studio singing and live singing are totally different.
Yeah.
Just different pressures on your body, basically. So
yeah.
I mean, I like singing in the studio. It's good fun. Yeah.
In those live streams you did with your son over the lockdown, and like watching you sing, like it sort of comes to you very. It looks like it comes to you very easily.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a singer, you're a singer. Basically, that's end of story.
Yeah.
I mean, also, obviously, I'm a guitarist and a bass guitarist as well. But people know me more as a singer, so. That's pretty cool.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I've got a couple of quick questions left for you before I let you go, because I know I've only got a short time with you. What I want to find out, because it ties in quite well with your album, but what are your 3 most inspirational albums? So, the one that you heard that made you want to be in a band and things like that. What are those, like, if you could just whittle them down to 3, what would they be?
Well, it'd have to be first Zeppelin album, definitely.
Cool.
Let's say, the first, anything from the 60s, really, whether it be the Kinks, the Beatles, or Rolling Stones. Cool. Any of those bands, really. It was the 60s where I decided I wanted to be a musician. Yeah. With some form or other. So all of those bands that were around at that time were all an inspiration to me. The Kinks and Rolling Stones and the Beatles and quite a few other bands as well. But I was always tended more towards the Stones, really, because they're a bit more of a rock band, more rock edged. Yeah, a bit more edgier than the Beatles.
Yeah, definitely have
Beatles
more attitude.
Were a bit smart look, as the Stones were a little bit more, rockerish, hippie-ish type look.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are albums, really.
Cool.
The Kinks,
yep.
Beatles and Rolling Stones.
Excellent. And finally, away from music, what are your hobbies? Do you do anything else?
Oh, making albums at the moment.
Yep. That's a good
all
hobby.
I'm doing, really.
That's all you're doing.
Walking the dog.
Walking the dog. That's
walking
a good.
the dog.
Yeah, walking the dog. I like that.
I mean, I did make after I had my heart attack, and I couldn't really do much. I did construct a model railway, which was fantastic fun. So I might post that on Facebook sometime. Yeah,
do that, definitely. That sounds really cool.
That.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. Well, Biff, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is like the 3rd time I've tried to sort of get you on my show, and now that I've finally got you on here, it's like, it's great. So
I know you've done it now. So
I've done it now, yes. But I mean, I look forward to all the stuff you got coming out. Hopefully I'll see you guys live in 2022. We actually, like, going back, just to sort of go on one of my stories, we shared a festival with you guys back in, oh God, I can't remember what it was. It was like some festival called Hard Rock Hell. My band were on the bill. You guys were headlining with someone else.
What band was it?
My band they were called Zero Cypher. We're on one of the sort of like smaller stages, but actually getting to see you guys live and stuff like that was massive for me, because it was sort of like, normally like I wouldn't go to a festival like that. I think it was like a Butlins or something like that.
Yeah,
and
it's quite good actually. It's quite a nice venue you play out there.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. It was a good fun festival. But yeah, no, it's just, it's like an absolute pleasure to speak to you, because I didn't get a chance to see any of you guys at that show. So I saw you live, obviously, but I didn't like backstage or anything like that. So, but there was quite a manic backstage anyway. So it was good to probably avoid. Yeah, it's always
about that, because the backstage is not big.
No, exactly. So, it kind of goes into like the hotels and everything like that.
We tend to keep away from everybody else, and then just turn up for the show, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Stay in the dressing room or in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Just keep out of the way, really.
Yeah, that's usually the best place for everyone, I think, on an event like that. So,
all right, then, mate. I'll speak to you later, and hopefully see you all live sometime.
Yes, definitely. Well, you have a good rest of your evening, and thank you again.
No problem. See you later.
Thanks,
Bye.
Biff. Bye-bye.